Good evening.
Good evening.
How goes it?
It goes all right. How goes it with you?
Yeah, going all right. Going all right. I see you got your red on. You
Ah,
feeling in
no,
full bull spit spirit.
no, not at all. This was
Coinky dink, perhaps.
Mhm. Very much so. But I mean, there is a celebration. There was a Bulls victory.
I see that hard fought
hmm
victory over the Orlando Magic, 125-123.
hmm It was also nice that it was Wendell Carter Jr. If he just tries to tip it in, I don't know why he brings the ball down when he gets the rebound and when there's like point something seconds left, but that was okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We know who Wendell Carter Jr. is.
No matter how much. Well, he always plays better if Vooch is in the game. Since Vooch wasn't in the game, he was just regular.
Oh, okay. He's trying to show Vooch up usually.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, but it was nice for a win.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
I mean, they.
It just seems like any win now is meaningless. I mean, the team's going nowhere.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, they could still qualify for a playing game.
Right, and they are. I mean, they lost two out of 9 games, out of 11 games. I'm sorry, they won two out of them, and they gained ground by only winning 2 games. Like the teams under them are
Wow.
horrendous.
Horrendous. How is Philly so bad?
Oh my gosh! I mean, even without Embiid,
Yeah.
Paul George,
Even-
and I know Maxi got hurt, but
They still
Paul
shouldn't be this bad.
that's a waste. Anytime the Bulls, who it's just a waste. That's
Yeah.
a waste.
Is- Who's their coach?
Hmm. It's not Nick Nurse, is it? Who's Nick Nurse coach?
Toronto? No, he didn't
He
coach
left
Toronto.
them. I don't know who their coach is. Fired. That's gonna be the name. Looking for a job next year,
Yeah. Unemployed?
right? That's their newest name.
No, you're
Uh,
right. It's Nick Nurse.
it is Nick Nurse.
Yeah,
Okay. Ah,
Nick
damn, I
Nurse.
can't believe I knew that. Mm.
Yeah,
What did teammates say? A broken clock. Wait, where's the everybody has a birthday? So I got one right.
there you go. Well, I would imagine he's fired at the end of this year, but who knows?
Well, and then you see how well Tobias Harris is doing in Detroit, and you're like, maybe should have kept him, considering that meme where people had, or it wasn't even a meme, it was just like a stat that what's that guy's name? Paul George has recorded more podcasts and played games.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
so then he stopped his podcast because he wants to concentrate on winning championships.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Paul.
That's because he only said that because he kept
Because he
seeing.
got called out.
Yes.
Like, hey, bum, what are you doing?
We need you not to concentrate on this damn podcast.
Championships. Yeah, right, dude. You are.
It's like where are you going?
Where are you going?
Because trading for you is fool's gold. I wouldn't
Absolutely.
trade for you at all. They are
Absolutely.
stuck with you.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
stuck.
You and your saucy injuries.
Remember he and Roy Hibbert, how that whole relationship fell apart? Remember the story about that? Quite a story. But yeah, so okay, back to the Bulls. Yes, a victory for the Bulls right now. And okay, people are like, oh, it's Kobe. I was about to say Bryant. It's Kobe Wood. Kobe Wood. Who are these people I'm coming up with? Is Kobe White now showing that he can be the man? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
When he has to be, that's what he did last time. But if he's playing with anyone who can score, no,
Absolutely not. That's a big no for me, dog.
no. Maybe what he's showing is he could be a good trade chip.
Yeah. He's not even an all-star.
No, no,
You know, not even really close. Nonetheless, like
no. And
number one option on a winning team.
he still has the same injury that he had before when they were making excuses that that's why he wasn't playing as well.
It was the
It's like,
ankle
or
or the
ankle,
wrist.
wrist, all the everything. He had legitimate, injuries and
Sure,
things
sure.
that hindered him, but they're still there. And now all of a sudden, yeah, he can score because it doesn't matter. Even when
That's
they win, it doesn't matter.
that's always been my qualm with Kobe is he hits the big shots when they don't need him.
Hmm. And he still and he'll turn it over. I mean, he had a pretty big turnover in this one.
Yeah,
But I mean, he also played a great game. He scored. He had a great scoring game as well.
sure.
But for me, this scoring game is just auditioning for someone else because you got him on the cheap. So when it's time to resign him, are you gonna pay him a lot? He's gonna want a lot of money and deserve. He can score. So, and the way that the contracts are going, yeah, he's gonna.
Now, how many years does he have up on his contract? Because he can't. I mean, they just
Isn't it just
re-signed
1
him,
more?
huh?
When did they sign him? Last year? Was it this year?
No, it was the year. It was going into last year.
So what is he? Maybe has 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, it was going into last year.
That's
Yeah.
right. Let's see. I'm off on my stats game. Kobe White. Let me get your name right. Kobe White contract.
Oh, he only signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah. So
Oh, on the 20. Really, it was. That's when he signed. Just the last.
it was last year.
No,
So
I'm sorry. No, the 20. Jesus Christ, no. 2023 was 2 years ago, not last year. I'm getting mixed up. Yeah. So he signed going into last season.
Mhm.
So he's got 1 more year left on his deal.
All right. So
Yeah,
he'll be so next year is his last year. So I'm
he could be
assuming
moved.
he's trade deadline. There'll be a lot of trade deadline talk. I mean, 7 teams wanted him this year and they decided to keep him. I don't know why. If you're rebuilding,
Tear it all down. I mean, what's the point in keeping Kobe White of all people?
yeah.
I mean, better than keeping Patrick Williams. I think they're going to keep Patrick Williams because they don't have any choice.
Right.
I don't think anybody's going to want him.
And he was talking yesterday, and he just sounds so nice. I was like, I just want to like you, Patrick. I just need you to play better. Like I tried. I just, he was talking. I was like, oh, he seemed like a sweet guy. I need you to play better. I want to like you, Patrick. Stop letting me down. I don't even need superstar. Can you just play like Jalen Smith? Can we get that? Can we get Zach Collins out of you? Like, not superstar.
No.
Just give can
Too
we
many. Oh, 18-point game in the next game, 3 points.
Yes. Like, can we always stay in the 15 to 20 range all the time? Everyone's going to have a clunker. We understand that, but you have like 5 in a row and then you play really well.
Right.
And the next 3 are bad.
Are bad.
Let's just get 15 to 18 range. Can we get 6 to 10, 7 to 10 rebounds a game? That's not even asking for a lot.
That's not asking for a lot for a number 4 pick.
I think people would
who just got paid.
Yes, I think people could be satisfied with that.
And that's just being Chicagoans and settling for a bunch of bullshit.
Superstar is out the window. Can we get serviceable?
No, it's either superstar or bust. And usually it's bust. And so I digress. What do you think of Zach Collins?
I like him. He's done well.
Yeah.
He's been in the league for 6 years. He's 27, something like that. I don't know who starts him or Jalen Smith when you trade Vooch over the summer. You've been here the longest. Jalen Smith is a better outside shooter. So it's
Right.
probably Jalen Smith who will start. Their bench has been scoring well. And I think it helps. Well, I think Trey Jones started now. So I don't know. Like the Herder, that's helped. Matis, I think Matis is still coming off the bench. It's all a blur now.
I mean, Billy's been mixing up the starting lineup a lot recently. So you've seen Matis starting,
especially since Ball's gone out. Giddey had been out.
Yeah.
Vooch is out.
Vooch is out. Kobe's in and out.
Yeah.
What's the latest on Ball?
I thought maybe this Florida trip. I think they thought most of them would be coming back sometime on this trip.
What's wrong with Ball?
It was that I think that hand, that wrist again.
That same wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's not the knee.
No, I think it is the wrist again. Now blah blah blah. Let me read. Ooh, it takes him so long. Yeah, it's the right wrist. He's missed the last 2 games. But you wonder. I know he wouldn't want to shut it down, but you wonder, do you so you have him next year?
I can definitely see him getting shut down early.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this early.
Yeah.
I think they want to help him get back in the game shape a little bit more before shutting him down over the wrist, but I can definitely see
Yeah, they think it won't hold him out much longer.
Yeah. When does the playoff start? April usually?
Yeah, I think they don't have many more games left.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Yeah, they don't have that many. They're 25 and 38. So
25 and 38?
Yeah.
Ooh, they're that low below 500.
25 and 38. The Magic are 29 and 35. Remember, everyone's talking about
the Magic was supposed to be
right. I mean, they do have some injuries, but people were always talking about the Vooch trade and
they came out the gate strong.
They do it every year, and then by the time, I mean, they only have 4 more wins than the Bulls. No wonder the Bulls were able to handle them the way they were. Just because you kept hearing how much better they are than everybody. So they've played 63 games. So they still have 19 more games left. Hey, it's a lot of games left. A lot of games of seeing a bunch of bench players audition.
A lot of podcasting left to do. Yikes.
We got a lot of games. We still got to figure out how to talk about them.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Well, we'll be able to talk about free agency. Okay. I mean, at this point, you're keeping everybody on the team, right? You can't trade Patrick. I would trade Kobe.
Yeah.
They're gonna trade Vooch. Who else is on this team tradable? I don't think anyone wants Javon Carter, so you may throw him in with somebody.
I don't think anybody wants.
He's only been in the league for 6 years.
I don't think anybody wants Dalen Terry.
Yeah.
Somebody might take Ayo.
Yeah, Io could go to a team. They
Yeah,
would see him kind of like an Alex Caruso.
yeah.
Who's scoring sometimes, but really he can guard
Defensive,
everybody. Yeah. I think
plays fast.
I don't think anyone wants THT.
LA Fitness.
Only your rec league.
They'll pick them up. Pick up the option.
Someone would probably take Zach Collins.
Yeah.
But you
I
probably
mean,
need,
especially the way he's playing right now.
yeah, but you need
Yeah.
him here because Vooch will be gone.
Yeah. I mean, you got to suit up enough players.
Somebody. So the only main keepers are Modest,
Patrick Williams,
Smith, because you got to have somebody. Zach Collins, you got to have somebody. Probably that Trey Jones. They'll depending on what someone gives Josh Giddey, they'll have to decide if they want to match it.
Yeah.
And they probably won't because they have Trey Jones now. They'll think, well, we have a cheaper option. And you still have Lonzo Ball here. So Giddey may be gone, which is kind of a shame because he's gotten much better.
He's improved this season.
Yeah, he has. Defense, and even with his defense, his hustle, all that has improved. Yeah. He's been doing double doubles all the time now. But I don't think it's enough for them to pay what someone may offer him. Oof. So it's gonna look even worse next year.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna get way worse before it gets better.
Remember that one show where I talked about how many years of bad it was for Detroit? You know, for everyone celebrating Detroit now, it was 6 years of horrible.
Yeah.
So while yes, now we're celebrating, let's not forget about the 6 years. I mean, just last year we were making fun of them. Never thought they were going to win another game, and they made this tremendous leap, and it did, and it coincided with Tobias Harris joining. They're a way better team. You know, they were always feisty and all that, and you know that's what the Bulls hope to be, but.
It was just 2 years ago they lost 20-something straight.
Yes, that's the year we thought they were never going to win again. Yes, like after that, like they're never going to win another game this year.
Yeah.
So, and this year doesn't count as how bad it's going to get.
No, because it's got to get worse first.
Yes.
They haven't hit rock bottom yet.
No. And in order to hit rock bottom, they are going to have to get rid of all these people because the players here aren't going to be rock bottom.
Lay down. Kobe's not going to lay down.
Like everyone on this team, they have too much fight. That's why they're still in games until the fourth quarter usually. When
a better team can easily pull away.
Like people, let's start playing with them. Like Cleveland did the last game.
Right.
Yeah, because as long as Ball's on the team, he's not going to give up. Kobe's not. Io's not. Like none of these guys are going to give up. So if they want to hit rock bottom and if they want to look like the Wizards who give up, they have to get rid of a lot of people to do that. This isn't the mix. And really, no one they have on there. Like Modest is going to try a lot. Dalen Terry, he is very try hard. May not know what he's doing, but try hard. He's the try hard kid.
He's a try hard kid. And I'm trying to remember, during the Jim Boylan years and all that, were people still going to games?
You know why? Because they had Zach. So you had one exciting player, but it was bad. It was bad. Like they've been able, and then they give away a lot of free tickets, and they have a lot of season ticket holders who give away, and you'll see groups of kids there, and they have the Benny thing, and then they have they've already started. The Bulls have gotten to that bad point that now they're promoting their opponents. Remember they used to do that because they were that terrible?
Because that's the highlight, not anybody on the Bulls team.
Yes, because they have already been pumping up the March 27th game because that's when Luka and LeBron come to town. So now, so they're so bad. Like, hey guys, come see the Lakers. Not come see
Come
the
see the
Bulls.
Bulls get smashed.
Hey, come see LeBron. Come see Luca, and then whoever else they have coming up. Come see. I know they don't have the Warriors, but like, come see Steph. Come
Right,
see Giannis.
or just like when KD was here
Yes, it's come
last
see
week
that
or
person.
whatever it was. Yeah.
And then come see Benny. Come see Benny the Bull. Come eat some good stadium food. Get out the house.
Fun time had by all.
Come all this money. Am I having troubles again with my internet?
No, you look fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, come spend all this money and have fun watching another team. And next year it's gonna be all that. It's gonna be come see Derek get his jersey retired.
Another
It's
Derrick Rose night.
yes, they have that. So whenever they're playing the Knicks, as long as Tom Thibodeau's still the coach.
Right.
I don't know if he'll be the coach if they don't get better.
Advance.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
If Tom Thibodeau's still the coach, then it'll be that game. Probably when they retire his jersey. So it'll be come see Derek. Come see the Zach and DeMar revenge game. Come see the Vooch revenge game. It's like everyone who gets traded, come see that revenge game. That's about to be the excitement.
Zach looks like he's fitting in Sacramento. Yeah, I don't know if it's like equating to wins per se, but
well, they moved up to the 8th.
They're the ninth. They're the 9th seed.
Oh, they moved down. They were the 8th. They lost yesterday.
Okay. Yes, they did lose yesterday.
So they have moved up. They play better. I've seen some of the highlights, and then I've seen what people say. He has gotten much better, and you could when you listen to the announcers. I don't know if De'Aaron Fox was like a high flyer. But they seem to be very excited by
impressed by Zach.
Yeah. Slide 8.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then his drives and his reverse layup. So that it sounds like that's something different. I don't know De'Aaron Fox. I don't really know his game that well.
His game like that, yeah.
If he brought that to the table. But yeah, they get very excited about that.
He's an exciting player. I mean,
so they like that. And then he had gone on one of his heaters. And then the last game, DeMar went on a heater. But then DeMar was really the only one on the heater, and they wound up losing. But that West is way better than this East. I mean, the Bulls are number 10 at 25-38.
Woo.
Excuse me. At 29-32, the Heat are the 7th seed. And they're 5 games away from the Pistons, who are the number 6. So 1 through 6, everybody's over 500. 7, 8, 9, 10 is yikes.
Wow.
And the Bulls are 3 games ahead of the 11th place Nets. Hey there, Lola. Yeah, so the Bulls are pretty much set. They're gonna go to the play-in.
God damn it.
And they're gonna play the Hawks at Atlanta. And they can beat
the Hawks. They can win. Even this team, they could win.
Did they win last year?
Excuse me. Was it the Hawks or was it
they played
Toronto again?
Was Toronto the year before?
I know it was Toronto the year before, but or did we lose to Miami? We played somebody 2 years in a row.
We played Miami 2 years in the.
Okay, so we lost to them 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's something. But I think it was the Hawks first because Stacey King said we get the Hawks, but last time the Hawks were at the Bulls.
Got you.
And then I think they went to Miami and lost again. Which is, if they win this time, they'll either play the Heat or the Magic. And they could beat both of them. Now it's all over if they get the 8th seed.
Of course.
But the Bulls could actually, the people they'd have to play in the in the play-in, they've beat them before. And they're all under 500. 29 and 32 Heat, 29 and 35 Magic,
All very
28.
beatable teams, even by
Yes.
this Bulls team.
Yes.
Those teams that they would play in the play-in,
Yes.
they are beatable.
And then when you compare that to the West, their number 10 is still a game over. So everyone's
500.
over
Not
500.
for long though. Now that Kyrie is down.
Oh yeah. The Suns can catch them.
Yeah.
But right now, everybody is over 500 in the West. And the 10th through the 6th.
Yeah, we're known to lose to everybody.
Yeah. The 10th through the 6th
But
is only 2 games away. That's real close in the West. But and then when they get in the play-in, everybody will be back. So they'll win one game.
So you're giving this team a shot in the playoffs, in the play-in.
Yes, I am. Because that's just the way things go.
Just the way things go. And it's enough to fill seats, put asses in the seats, keep Jerry's pockets fat with concessions, and the Bulls in the shitter continuously.
The sad state of affairs. And meantime, Bull Spit will still be watching.
God damn it.
Or watching at the games. I'm not saying that they get my full attention anymore. But I have watched the last few.
Yeah, I mean it's
I still turn to them.
It's bad.
I think they will. I think they will win one of their games if they have to play the Hawks and everyone's back because they could win.
They could win.
They especially no, Io's out for the year because that's who plays Trae Young. I'm not saying. Yeah, I am saying. I'm saying they're going to win one game
in the play-in.
Yes.
So you're saying they're going to? Yeah, because they still have like 4 games up on.
That's what I'm saying. They're not losing. They're not going to get. I mean, it would have to be catastrophic, and the teams behind them are so bad. They're way worse.
They're not going to catch.
No, and I don't think the teams behind them are even trying to win. They're trying to stay in those sweepstakes. Yeah. So, like the Wizards are terrible. Hornets, Raptors. Like they were talking about the last game, the Raptors set everyone down. They still wound up winning, but they were trying to lose.
Right.
76ers don't have any players anymore. And then the Nets, like there's still so many games ahead of the people behind them. I don't think they'll get past the 10th. They'll remain in the 10th seed, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, because that's quite a bit of ways to ground to try to catch Orlando, which I don't think they're gonna do.
And they can't even catch the Hawks. Like they can't get so they'll but I just don't think the Nets or the 76ers, that would be the only way, Crooked.
Yeah.
Like sit everyone down. Because the other ones aren't going to stop trying. And I don't think Billy wants to lose. That's on his record.
I think he's okay with not winning, but
he's not going to.
Right.
Well, yeah, because he does try to play a bunch of people. He puts in some combinations that normally.
Yeah.
Like they lost both of their big guys this game and still won. They both fouled out. I missed whatever happened with Jalen Smith that he was going off so bad. I just turned around to watch and he was being escorted out and was going off.
Oh, I missed that. He's been a little chippy lately.
Yeah, I don't know what. That's because those knees hurt. He's always sitting over on the bench with ice packs.
Big ice packs on his knees.
Yeah. Those bad knees. He should just ask him to shut him down.
Big fella got bad knees.
Mm-hmm. Great. So we go get someone with bad knees.
Bad knees, G.
Good old Bulls. Only the Bulls.
Only the Bulls. Well, so how about some baseball?
Yay. Okay. Let's talk about the
Unless
Sox.
you had anything else to touch on with the Bulls shirt.
No, we did enough field time for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your Sox first.
Why we gotta talk about the Sox first?
What's been going on with them? They lost today.
Well, what's been going on is really more White Sox business. They're sitting at 3-10. I know it's spring training. I get it. But the White Sox sitting at 3-10 in spring training is telling. It is indicative of who they are as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Far more than probably the 9-2 Cubs. Maybe they're overachieving a little bit in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Probably are a little bit.
I mean, because the starters only play how many innings? So
right.
It's
but I certainly don't think the White Sox are underachieving. They're just being who they are. They're true to their record. 3-10. Cubs, not sure.
Yeah, they predict them to have 90 wins. Okay, so has anyone?
Cubs are hot, Crooked Commission.
Yes, they are. Has anyone impressed you for White Sox? I know they
I like what I've seen with some of the young pitching. The Sox groom pitchers well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the young pitchers, I'm trying to get used to their names. So, I'm not fluent in the youth movement of the White Sox just yet. Soon enough, I'll know their names. Soon enough. But yeah, so they're looking to rebuild on young, good pitching, and I'm seeing that start to happen. But that's really it. They've run into some injuries early already, and who would have probably been their starting shortstop, Colson Montgomery's dealing with, I think, the dreaded oblique. Andrew Benintendi out 4 to 6 with a broken hand.
Okay.
I saw Oscar Colas get hit in the head with a ball.
Yeah, he's day to day with a wrist sprain.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's who else? We have we have Mike Talkman. Somebody familiar, just switch sides of town. And you ended up with Nicky Lopez.
I know.
Who switched sides of town. You got what's his name? You got Nicky was part 2.
I know. Like we keep wanting these Nicky 2 strikes.
Yeah.
That turn into Nicky 3 strikes or Nicky groundouts.
Yeah, that's what you got with Nicky Lopez for sure.
Nicky ground out.
Yeah.
Well,
impressed with how clean the Sox can keep their
okay, but they're not going to be as bad as last year, right? No way.
I don't know that. I mean, the numbers say, what's the chance that they're going to lose as many games? It's not likely, but it's possible. I don't see it happening, but I don't see a better team than last year.
Okay.
They can't be worse, Lola. They could be worse. I hope not. I don't think so, but they could be. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm not putting any expectations on them. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they'll surprise us a little bit and place third in the AL Central, which would be a feat because everybody in the AL Central made the playoffs last year.
Right. They sure did.
That's because they were beating up on the Sox all year. That's why. That was like the Royals, the Tigers, the only ones. Excuse me. The only ones who probably should have been there were the Indians, and the other two teams just benefited from beating up on the Sox all year.
It was a lot of victories.
Yeah, sweeps too. A lot of sweeps. So
that was a lot of victories. I predict they won't be as bad.
Okay.
I predict 5 more wins.
I mean, one might argue they have a better coach than they had last year. I don't know that they have a better coach.
Yeah,
I don't know shit about Will Venable.
That's true.
I don't know if he's better than Pedro Grifol. I mean, I can't imagine he's worse.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he's better. He certainly doesn't have a better crop of players.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. Do you think Roberts lasts the whole year? Or you think he gets
depends on how, if he can bounce back and play well, then no, they move him.
He wants to stay though, right? Hasn't he said that?
Did he? I don't know. They always say that. Nobody ever means that. He can't mean that. He doesn't want to stay here.
He might want. Yeah.
They always say that.
Maybe he means it until he gets it right, because he has to get it right. Because right now, well, he might. Yeah, maybe he means that until he gets it right, because he knows no one really wants him right now.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't want to be the guy who had a bad season and saying like, "Hey, I want out." Like, well,
true.
You know, he's got to play the role. You know, be kind of diplomatic and be a team guy while he stinks, anyways.
And then he didn't even take advantage of being the best player on an awful team. Like, he didn't even look like it. So he has to at least prove that he can be be a really good player.
Yeah. Period.
I mean, he's been good before, but that was the spot. Once the spotlight was all on him, you know, the injuries, just not playing well. He didn't do well when he was it. You were it. That's it. You're the name, and it didn't work out.
He is it.
Well, he can always be traded to the Angels.
Moncada gone.
Yeah.
Angels gone. Yeah, they do.
Isn't that where everybody is? Anderson, Hendricks.
Yeah, they're a shit show.
They'll take anyone who's like, you probably maybe shouldn't be in the league anymore. We'll take you.
I'm trying to resurrect their career.
Yes. In good weather. They go to good weather to do it.
I'm mad at that.
Yeah. The Cubs, it'll be, on paper, they look good. See if everyone stays healthy, see if everyone can hit, see how much Seiya likes being the DH. He kind of was fighting it at first. Where is he gonna play?
Yeah.
You gonna move?
You still want your boy PCA in center?
Yeah, unless
I'd rather PCA in center if I were the Cubs than Luis. I mean, for injury's sake, you know what I mean.
And
I'd
then
rather him be out there running around.
we already have a good enough DH in Seiya.
And say,
Unless you're getting him because Kyle Tucker's not going to resign because they love Ian Happ too much because I've been saying a whole bunch of people could have taken Ian Happ's role. In my mind, if you weren't going to make Seiya the DH, Seiya could have been your left fielder when you got Kyle Tucker.
right.
Or
I kind of have a feeling he may end up playing a little left field at some point this season.
Yeah, and so they love
Ian. And all of those players you just named are all better than Luis Robert now.
Yeah,
including Ian Happ. Including like whose place is he gonna take? Like,
it would. You'd have to, unless he just has some great year, but then you're only trading for him if someone's injured.
Yeah.
Nah. Before PCA, Robert could have come here.
Yeah. But I think you invested enough in him to see what he's got to give him the shot.
Yeah.
You kind of know what you got with Robert at this point.
You don't feel like he's as bad as he was last year.
No.
Yeah, you feel like this is going to be a comeback year. Yeah. But it's not with the injury history at this point, he's going to continue to break down.
Yeah, you're not going to see like just him soaring to the stratosphere and become this, consistent all-star player or anything like that. Just, his body's not going to allow that.
Then we have third base, so we'll see. Matt Shaw, fine right now, so we'll see.
How's he on the injury?
I think he came back.
He did come back. He didn't look great.
Did
he have an oblique too?
See, he had a huge day one day. This is good signs from him. It might have been an oblique. So, that's going to come back on a swing because that's part of with the Seiya thing. He's easing his way back after an injury. And then they got Justin Turner. I guess he's a just in case. And I don't know, is Nico back? I gotta start paying more attention to the baseball.
I don't know if he's back yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's still preseason.
It's and baseball is my favorite sport. He said he'll be out for opening day.
Okay, so nobody's preseason is
that
important to me,
And then you pay a little because you really only watch the first couple of innings.
Yeah, when the guys who are going to make the team, the guys who have an actual name on their uniform, and
once it's the other ones, I'm done with you.
The other guys, blank uniforms, even announcers at the games don't even know who they are. Like
they say, you hear them looking it up. Number 6 is So, and they have, I think there's a position, like the final position. I give up. Oh no!
I think Suzuki has a better bat than Roberts right now. Yes. Right now. I think Luis has shown a higher ceiling for power thus far, but when are you going to get that? How consistent are you going to get that from him?
Suzuki was your.
But if I'm the Sox, I'll take Suzuki. I'll trade Robert for Suzuki. Yeah,
I take Suzuki over Robert. He was your most consistent. He was the most consistent hitter last year for the Bulls. For the
Bulls
and the Bulls, but
right. He didn't even play.
I don't have any interest in Robert. I'm more concerned with If it's win now, I'm more concerned with that infield still.
Yeah. And what, you know, I think it's going to be interesting to see what kind of year Nico Horner has.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be, very important. I mean,
And Michael Bush.
yeah, and Michael Bush, looking for him to make, okay, like the job is yours now, dude.
Mhm.
Like, there's nobody breathing over your shoulder, no Cody Bellinger.
Nope. That's it.
You're the
They're putting
man.
it all in you. You had, and he's here's the thing. This man is 27. He's not even young.
He's not a young, he's
Oh,
an old, like not a rookie, but he's an old
he's an old,
young player.
yeah,
What up,
he's
Rube?
hello there, Ruben. Yeah, he's 27. Oh my gosh.
And you could, he probably spent a year or two in the Dodgers organization playing behind a lot of guys that he just never got playing time
Yeah.
against.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'll give 1 or 2 years of just not getting opportunity.
Yeah, he spent a long time in the minors. He did. I just didn't realize he was that old. I knew he was in his 20s. I didn't realize he was 3 years from 30.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely. I still, you know what? I said I'm gonna lead with love this year with you know who. I'm going to try to learn to love Dansby. I'm gonna try. It's gonna
But
be
he's got to
hard.
produce,
Yes. Otherwise, the love's gonna go away just like it did for Patrick Williams.
just like in real life.
I'm hopefully he has a bounce back year. He was never that spectacular offensively, but he was really poor and he was hurt. So hopefully he's healthier and his offense. I know he plays great defense. I know about all these. I know all the advanced, the analytics and all that kind of stuff and what he saves or whatever. But he came up to bat crucial times and he was trash.
He made some crucial outs.
Yes, and he gets paid a lot of money. Now, if they paid him a lot of money for defense, okay, but you don't have enough good hitting. So crucial.
How's Matt Shaw's bat?
It's supposed to be good. That's why everyone was so excited about him.
Mm.
They people are really, really excited, but as said before, prospects are suspects. So he's 23, and yeah, that's people are excited about. I mean, right now he's played in 9 games. I know we don't look at average, but his OPS is 444. In the minors. So 2023, he was really good in the minors. Well, his OPS was really good. I still have a hard time not looking at averages. So 2023, he has a good average. His minors career average is 303. His slugging 522, OPS 906. He's stolen a lot of bases, 46 in 2 years. He strikes out a lot. Doesn't walk. Well, he does walk. Sorry, he does walk. 99 RBI total. 29 home runs. Last year, he hit 21 home runs in the minors. So he's supposed to be good. Ish.
Okay,
This is
because
what they've been waiting for. I mean,
this is so it just seems like there's still the issue of they're not getting a lot of power out of their corners.
They have Kyle Tucker, and then your other corner is Happ, and he'll give you 20 something. but no one's hitting 30 to 40.
Yeah, and you're wondering what Michael Busch is going to hit because that's
Yeah, he needs to be like he needs to be in the 30s. Like they got to get people closer to 40.
yeah.
Like these 20s, that's
That
okay.
ain't cutting it.
Yeah, the 20s are for your center fielder, your middle infielders. That's the little
Yeah. Like, do you be happy with Dansby Swanson
yes, 20.
hitting
Yes.
24 home runs? So
Yeah. But you look at other teams and what they're hitting. And okay, Kyle Tucker only hit 23 last year. That can't be right. Wait a minute. Let me look this up. The way people
that can't be right.
that stat had to be wrong. Hold on. Because the way people been talking to me about Kyle Tucker, that is right. What? Why are we so excited about him? He had 289, 23 home runs. He had a 4.7 WAR. Have been bamboozled.
Run amok.
Okay, he's a left-hander, so maybe that's what it.
And how old is he? 31?
What'd you say?
How old is he?
How old is he? He's younger. Let's see, 20-something. Wait, let me go back. 20. He's 28. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Now
you have been.
Minute. This is not.
You thought.
Exactly. See, this is what happens when you don't do any research. I just believed everything everyone told me. He is okay. This is not.
That's Chicago media for you.
I mean, okay, I guess he's good, but not what 23 home runs. So we need 30. So nobody's hitting 30. Nobody's hitting 30.
Nobody's hitting 30.
Ain't this about it? Crooked Commish, you probably pay more attention. What am I missing? Because, okay, I was told because we have Kyle Tucker, he was better than anything we had. Okay, he is only 1 year younger than the guy they got rid of. The guy they got rid of was hurt, and he only had 5 more home runs than him. I'm just saying. I don't see it. I guess he's cheaper. But then you're going to lose him. You're losing him after this year because he's going to want more money. They're all smarter than me, so they know more than I do. They know more than I could ever imagine about the game of baseball. But
allegedly,
I don't get it.
Allegedly,
okay, his WAR is better, so I guess that's what they're going by. His WAR is way better. This is 4.7. Okay, so it must just be the WAR. Wins above replacement.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see.
I mean, who was his damn replacement? It might not have been hard to have more wins above your replacement. If your replacement was me, it'd probably be 10.8. Anyway, yeah. I don't get it. I thought he was. I didn't know he was 28. I'm not saying that's old, but
you're not heading towards your prime at 28.
Yeah. So, and the thing that has concerned me the whole time with him, it's fine. I like him. He seems like a nice guy, and he does hit well enough. It's fine what he's hitting. The concerning part is that the Cubs don't want to pay people multiple years, like long-term contracts, and that's what he's going for. So is he only here to be traded at the trade deadline, or are you going to lose him?
I would hope not.
So then what, and a lot of people wanted him, so he's considered a great player. I understand that, but I don't get it if they're, and maybe everybody else is wrong and they are going to re-sign him and he does want to stay here and they are willing to, or give him enough years, or are they hoping that he sits and wastes away like Pete Alonso did? Or like what's the guy, Bregman, if he sits there long enough because he wants all these years. Are they hoping that's what can happen? You shouldn't think that, because if the Dodgers are in a need, they're gonna just go swoop them up.
Well, the Cubs are going to try to go on the cheap.
And they actually, their payroll increased a great deal. I was like, what? I saw the article. I was like, did it? They just don't spend it correctly.
Don't spend it correctly. Well, we're gonna do some games this year. I was protesting last year. I refused to go last year.
It depends. They're too expensive. The Cubs raised their price.
The Cubs, it is really hard. It is a chore going to a Cubs game now. With the way the parking is.
Yeah, you definitely had to Uber or take a train.
Yeah, and then good luck even being able to get an Uber out of there. I mean, the Uber is crazy expensive.
Yeah. So you'd be better off taking a train.
Yeah, it's
and you probably depending if you're by the Metro, you got to take the train to 35th, take the Metro to 35th, and then go catch the red line from there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then if you go to a Sox game, well, you want to go when they're playing someone good, and then those are super expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we went to see the Cubs versus the Sox, and it was too much damn money. We left after the Cubs finally scored.
I'm glad I got out of that.
Oh, what have I done? What is on my mind?
I was like,
I mean, it's way easier to get to that park, yes.
Of course.
But it was, all the premium games I'm cheap too. I'm just cheap because I don't know, because it's just not good. I mean, they'll be better this year, but Cubs games are way too expensive. They don't do the deals like they used to when we would buy like 5 games worth of tickets.
Right.
That February ticket window would open and I'd be there. They'd have those really inexpensive games when we go in May. And then we usually got 5 more games. Yes, that was rough. And it's probably going to be even more. Yeah,
everybody's spilling their beans.
I was a sucker in there. I mean, you got to see the Cubs win, and the money was spent, so whatever. But the Cubs will be good. I just still have questions.
They're in a division that didn't get better.
Right. But they still wind up being better than the Cubs.
That's true. I mean, it's arguable if the Cubs actually got better too. So
depending on what Matt Shaw does, they'll be better.
Damn, that's a lot. You're putting a lot on the rookie.
Right, because third base was a revolving door.
Has been for about 2-3 years since KB.
Yes, and that's what always, I don't know why. It's like the Bulls and shooting guards. Since Michael Jordan, they can't ever get shooting guards. And the Cubs, they'll get a third baseman, and then they go without for years. You remember how long it was between Ron Santo? Then they got Aramis Ramirez. Then it was forever. And then they got Chris Bryant. And then it's been forever, because then they took Chris Bryant off of third.
Right.
Because maybe he wasn't the greatest defensive third baseman, but he could hit. And so we can't get good defensive or offensive. Matt Shaw's supposed to be both, so we'll see.
We'll see.
And then and then we'll move to the Bears real quick. At least finally, Ryan Poles isn't looking for offensive linemen that play like him.
It seems like he's throwing a lot of money around and making some moves. He's cooking, as the kids like to say.
Yes.
And I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. I'll believe it when I see it. I know he's trying at least.
Yeah.
Now, whether he's making the right moves, we'll see.
At least they play better than the other ones he picks. Like he picks people who played offensive linemen like he did.
Like him.
And
a bunch of schmucks.
Yes. But at least these last two.
All right.
These two newest guys.
All right. So we're being positive about the Bears.
Oh no, I was just saying at least he did
that. No, absolutely not. We're not being
no. I was just saying at least that looks good.
Okay. Yeah.
They are a definite. I don't care what all moves they make. It is a wait and see what they have fooled me too many times.
Oh yeah. And now I'm, and unfortunately, they didn't fool me last year. Like I knew better than to jump on that wagon.
Yeah.
And it sucked. I didn't want to be right about that. Yeah, right. I think it'd be that bad though. I thought we'd win 7 games.
That was bad.
And I thought that would be bad, but
yes,
7 games.
They were.
Would they win 5?
I think.
Yeah, because we had won 4.
That's right.
And then lost whatever straight, and then won the last one.
Yeah, that's right. We were watching that last one. Yeah, 10-7.
10-7.
You talking about people being optimistic, Lola? I mean, maybe. I pick them 10-7 every year. I'm done with that.
You still hold on to that Lovie Smith record? That last year, Lovie was here.
They have to show me. I have to see. Even if the moves look good, I just don't trust it.
I don't trust it.
And these 2 moves do look better. I just don't trust it.
Ruben, you say 6 wins?
1 more than last year? Wow.
I mean, and I can't.
6-11.
Now you're saying 11?
11 wins, or they're going to be 6-11?
Or 6-11.
I think 6-11.
6-11. I'm sure that's what he meant.
11 wins. This picture is killing me. No. Hey, they can. I would like for all of these teams to pleasantly surprise me. I am a wait and see for the Cubs as well. I don't trust them. I just don't. We're so jaded in Chicago for good reason. I just don't trust any of them. You just got to show me.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting on your bandwagon for I'll be a fan, but I'm not gonna jump on that championship. Nope.
Nah.
Nope. It's gonna take. You got a lot to prove to me.
We've been fooled.
Year after year after year.
After year, and no more. But I'm going into it, just like baseball season. Everybody's in first place on that first day.
Mm-hmm.
Until the end of the day, where you're either in first place or you're in last place.
Yeah, and
we know where we usually end up landing.
We'll know about let's see, what does it take? Maybe, what did they say? 25 games for baseball, or is it 40 games?
Well, to kind of know where
is it 40 for baseball, 25 for
I would think 40.
Yeah.
I would out 162
60, yeah, so that'll be a quarter of the season. Yeah. So 40 games for the baseball season to be able to feel more confident in your feeling, and what
Yeah. I mean, there's still plenty of time for a team to pick it up or fall apart after only 40 games. But you have a good idea of who's who.
You can start seeing their tendencies. If they're still having trouble with men on bases after 40 games, that's probably going to be the rest of the season.
So you're obviously talking about the Sox.
And the Cubs.
Oh, okay. If you're having problems still finding the cutoff man after 40 games, that's probably going to be you the rest of the season.
If you're 10-30 after 40 games for the White Sox,
You're probably
You're losing 100 games.
yeah.
You're probably bad. And let's see, there's
I think
17.
the Sox will still lose 100 games.
It just won't be 120
Ruben, I think the schedule's already out.
for the
So
Bears.
if you're talking about NFL,
Yeah,
schedule's out.
it is. Let's see. Their opponents for 2025. At home, they play the Lions, Packers, Vikings, Cowboys, Giants, Browns, Steelers, Saints. Away, of course, their division: Eagles, Commanders, Ravens, Bengals, 49ers, Raiders. There's some beatable teams. And there's some beat you teams.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday. And that includes going against the Bears.
Yeah. Yeah.
The question is, will Justin Fields be playing for the Steelers or the Raiders have shown interest? I want him to go with Tom Brady.
Think Tom Brady will make something of him?
I think he could see something.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could see more than that offensive coordinator at Pittsburgh.
Mm.
But I mean, he probably feels more there's a comfort level in Pittsburgh, and there's probably better position players in Pittsburgh. But if you taking the next step as a quarterback, I'd rather learn from one of the greatest, one of the greatest, whatever you want to call Brady.
I call him the GOAT.
Yeah, I would say for now. But we'll see.
All right. And with that,
So you gave him one more win
7 wins
instead of 6.
All right.
Lola's love for Justin never ends. I do pay attention to former players.
A little bit.
Yeah.
At least their first year away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, if I catch a highlight or whatever, but.
All right.
All right.
Well, good show. Thank you all for watching. This has been another Chicago Clubhouse production. And we will see you all in 2 weeks. That would be March, 20th.
Yeah. So that's before the season. The week before the season, right? Or no, does the season start that week? Oh, I think it starts that week.
Well, when do the Cubs go to Japan? Don't they go that week?
Cubs season. I think so. I think so. I guess I really start paying attention to baseball right now.
All right. We'll be ready for Plunk.
Yeah, March 22nd.
Just not quite ready yet.
Yeah.
All right, people. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Love you. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.